Students, hello students. In the previous lecture we have discussed about the nomenclature. So what is nomenclature? Need for the nomenclature? What are the rules required for the nomenclature? We have discussed in the previous video, and today we are going to continue the same topic, that is the next headline, that is classification. So classification, we have to understand the definition. In my very first video I have given the definition, but once again let me explain, let me give the definition of a classification. And what is the need for the classification? Why we need classification? The classification is required. Why? Because in order to identify any organism, particular organism, we have to identify that one, isn't it? So we have to classify it. Okay, unless and until we identify the organism, we cannot classify it. So hence there is a need for the classification. So the main purpose of classification is what? The purpose of classification is in order to identify the particular organism. Classification is required. Now let me give the definition of a classification. Simply we classify, you take any number of example. Okay, so I will give you one common example classification. Classification of your PUC first year. See, we have classified PUC first year section into A and B category, isn't it? On what basis we are classifying A and B? For example, we are classifying you, first year PUC students, on the basis of your merit. Okay, the topper section and the lower section, like that. So this is how we classify usually. This is common example I am giving. So in the same manner, we classify any organism. On what criteria? We are classifying? On what basis we are classifying the organism? So we are classifying the organism on different criteria. Okay, what are the different criteria? Like for example, based on its external character, internal character, okay, and based on its cell structure, based on its development, based on its evolutionary relationship, we classify the organism. Okay, so we classify the organism on these criteria only. So let me read the definition. The arrangement of the organism. Okay, the arrangement of the organism. So we have when we have arranged the organisms into our convenient category. Okay, that is category, or you can also call it as group. So on what basis we are arranging? We are grouping the organism on the basis of their similar character and dissimilar character. But those characters should be very easily observable character. Best example I tell you, based on the morphological feature. Just by seeing the morphology, external character. Morphology means what? Morphology means external characters. Based on the external characters, okay, we can classify the organism. Means those characters should be very easily observable. Okay, easily we can identify those characters, external characters. So based on those same type of characters, dissimilar type of characters, based on this criteria, we group the organism. Okay, we categorize the organism into a convenient group, which is very easy for us to, that is convenient one. So that is known as a classification. Simply classification is nothing but grouping of organism into convenient category based on their similarities and dissimilarities. That is easily observable character is called as classification. This is simple. So this definition is very important because these definitions will be asked in the annual examination for 1 mark question. Define the term classification. Then next, taxon comes. Now let us understand what is the meaning of a taxon. See, taxon is nothing but, this is a scientific term. This is a scientific term used to group any rank. See, any rank, first rank, second rank as we give. Likewise, any rank, or in other word, any category or any group. That is, it is a taxon is nothing but the taxonomy group of any rank. that rank may be, or category may be, it may be species, it may be genus, it may be family, it may be order. That is particular group is called as taxon. So this is a scientific term we use to give the particular category name. That category may be anything, okay? Species, genus, family. So each one is known as taxon. If many are there, taxa, we call them as taxa. Taxa means many, means all different. The group of taxon are called as taxa. The single one is called taxon. So taxon definition is clear. It is a taxonomic group of any rank or any category is called as taxon. Now coming to the next term, already we have discussed in the previous lecture, that is taxonomy. So taxonomy we define like this. Taxonomy is nothing but it is a systematic arrangement, systematic study of plants or animals. Okay, systematic in the sense what? Systematic, as the name itself indicates. Systematics means the systematic arrangement or orderly arrangement. Okay, see the scientist by name Carolus Linnaeus, who is also known as the father of taxonomy. Okay, so he is regarded as the father of taxonomy. He wrote one book by name Systema Naturae. So in the Systema Naturae, this book he has published, and he described different organisms and he arranged them in a systematic manner based on their characters, external character, internal character. So he grouped those organisms into respective category and in that particular book, and hence he is known as the father of taxonomy, because Carolus Linnaeus was the first person to identify the plants, animals and group them into respective categories. Hence he is regarded as the father of taxonomy. Okay, so the word systematic here it refers to, that is systematic arrangement of organisms. Systematic in the sense how? Let us see. Systematic in the sense, take for example, we identify one organism. One organism I have discovered. After discovering, what I do? I describe that organism. After discovering, I describe. What is describe? Describe is nothing but giving the characteristic features. So I have to describe those characters. So what are the characteristic feature of that animal or plant? For example, you have some silent features. You have some characters, behavioral characters. Likewise, plants also having some characters. So based on those characters, we describe them. Okay, whether the plant is tall, whether the plant is dark, whether it has a root, shoot, whether it has flower, fruit, like that. So just we go on describing that plant. Similarly, we also describe the animal. Okay, you take any animal. If I discover that animal, I have to describe it. I have to give the characteristic features. After that, after describing that animal or plant, what is the next step? We have to identify, of course, whether that plant is herb or shrub or tree, what it is. So I have to identify. Means I, in the sense what? A scientist. Scientist has to give the suitable characteristic feature. Then after characterization, he has to give the he has to identify that organism, that is called either it may be plant or it may be animal. So first of all, it has to be identified. After that, what is the third step? In the third step, nomenclature is done. Then what is nomenclature? Naming the organism. In the previous class we have discussed naming the organism by using two words, that is binomial nomenclature we have to recall here. So after characterization, describing the plant or animal, we have to identify whether it is a plant, whether it is an animal. If it is an animal, what type of animal, whether it is a domestic animal or a wild animal, what animal it is. If it is a plant, the plant is herb, shrub or tree, what type it is, I have to identify. After identifying, we have to give the suitable name. So we have to name that organism by using binomial nomenclature. Okay, so this is the third step. So all these steps comes under taxonomy. Okay, the term taxonomy is clear now. The definition is very clear. It is a process. It is a principle and process of characterization, identification, nomenclature of a particular plant or particular animal is known as taxonomy. And systematic, otherwise it is also called as systematic arrangement of the organisms. Okay, and this was discovered by Carolus Linnaeus. Now next we will move towards the next the term that is called taxonomic hierarchy. Okay, let me define what is taxonomic hierarchy. See, the definition is very simple to remember this. Taxonomic means systematic arrangement. Hierarchy means what? Hierarchy is once again the orderly placement of an organism into its respective taxon. Orderly. What do you mean by orderly? Orderly means in a sequential manner. Orderly is nothing but in a sequential manner we place the organism into its respective category. Very simple definition, no? So what is taxonomic hierarchy? Taxonomic hierarchy is nothing but orderly or sequential arrangement of an organism into respective taxon or category, that is known as taxonomic hierarchy, or it is also known as Linnaean hierarchy. Then how do you give the example? So here how do we give the categories? First category is known as kingdom, then comes phylum, then class, order, family, genus, species. So in a ascending manner, so we have to write it in a ascending manner. So let me write the taxonomic hierarchy in a ascending manner. Okay, in a ascending manner. Take for example, which is the lowest one, the lowest category from lower to higher. Okay, from lower to higher means in a ascending order we have to write them. The first category is called species, then second category is called genus, after genus family, after family is order. Okay, order is followed by class is followed by phylum or division, and it is followed by kingdom. It is followed by kingdom. The first, if you take from top, if you consider from top, it's the biggest one. Kingdom, then phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. But if you are giving direction in this direction we are giving in ascending manner, so this is ascending manner we call. If you are writing from top to bottom like this, it is a descending order. So in a descending order, ascending. So usually we write the taxonomic hierarchy in a ascending manner. Means simple to complex. Okay. As we move from lower to higher, the characters become very less common. Okay. Here characters become more complex, more common. Here less common. So we will discuss the detailed definitions of all these. We will discuss the features or characters or definitions of all the taxonomic hierarchy, each one in the next video in detail. Okay.